The floor this channel named yesterday lost one print and not a single close. 2/100ths of a cent decided the difference. Second Stella read on this channel, and it is a grading day. The last one rested on a single number. The tape answered within hours, and every claim gets marked on its own candle. Start wide on the weekly. The record in this file sits near 80 cents and price trades 79% under it, on a shelf that has flattened out. The weekly closes carry the compression better than any line. The last three read 18.65, then 18.82, then 18.26. The range narrows, while the base underneath keeps refusing to give way. Down to the hourly. From 21.57 the market fell in 5 waves. A first leg to 19.75, a bounce to 20.76, a third to 17.79, a week of sideways drift up to 19.64, and then the fifth. All three hard rules pass. 2 holds under the origin, 3 is not the shortest leg, and the fourth wave misses the first wave's territory by 11/100ths of a cent. Yesterday, that fifth wave had stopped at 16.97, 9/100ths of a cent above a floor at 16.88 that had not broken in 5 weeks. That was the whole case. Hours after that video went out, one candle reached through. It opened 17.04, traded down to 16.86, and that is the only hour in the entire window whose low sights under the floor. One candle out of 1,000. The puncture is 2/100ths of a cent deep, and it lasted exactly 1 hour. The same candle that made it closed at 16.93, 5/100ths of a cent back above the floor it had just reached through. So the tally is honest and it is narrow. Prints under the floor, 1. Closes under the floor, none. Measured the way this channel measures, the floor still stands. The hour after was the tell. It came back down and stopped at 16.88. The floor to the tick, then closed 17.13. 25 hours on, nothing has been under it since. Now the part that costs. The old low at 16.97 was taken out by 11/100ths of a cent, so the 5 that yesterday called finished was not finished. The fifth wave extended, and the terminal low is now 16.86. Remeasured to that new low, the structure still passes everything. The fourth wave still clears the first by 11/100ths, and the third, at 2.97 cents, is still not the shortest. What changed is the size of the fifth. It grew by 11/100ths of a cent, from 2.67 to 2.78 cents, and it stays under the third. Move the bottom of a ladder and the whole ladder slides. The floor was pierced by 2/100ths of a cent, and every retracement above it moved by 4 to 7/100ths. The map is almost exactly where it was. Here is that map. The first graduation of the fall now reads 18.66, and the old pivot from 5 weeks ago sits 10/100ths of a cent above it. Together they make the first band. Past it, the half at 19.21, then the golden at 19.77. Since the puncture, the best print is 17.39. That leaves the first band more than a cent overhead, untouched, and the rebound has not yet asked it a question. Underneath that, the drift is even. Of 25 closes since the low, 11 finished above the 20-hour line and 9 above the 50-hour line. Price sits under both tonight. So the branches. Upward, a base needs that band. Closes above 18.66 and 18.76 put the half at 19.21 in play, and only past 19.77 does the decline itself come into question. Downward, the line has not moved at all. One close under 16.88 retires the base label outright, and it opens the weekly shelf underneath, where 5 straight weeks of buyers have been standing. Which makes tonight simple to state. 16.88 is no longer a floor on prints. It is a floor on closes, and that is the only version of it still standing. And that is the honest grade. A fifth wave that dies a hair above a floor is not a finished structure until price says so. And last night price said not yet, by 2/100ths of a cent. If the chart did the talking today, subscribe for the follow-up, hit the like button, and share this update with a friend.